Alright guys, I'll share my notes on installing Fedora on older hardware, speaking of systems more than 10 years old. So initially, after you install the system, it's good to upgrade it because this will fetch all the latest updates and we will install them on the system. The same is true for the firmware. If it supports updating via software, you can try running those commands. The next is to install proprietary drivers and codecs. So first you need to enable the RPM Fusion repository, and then you can install ffmpeg, libva, open h264, and also you can install the Intel GPU tools if you have Intel card, in order to check whether the hardware acceleration works. Afterwards, we continue with installing of codecs. And now for the drivers, you can install libva Intel driver, which is good for Sandy Bridge to Skylake processors. And for the newer ones, you can use Intel Media driver. Keep in mind, it's not good to have them both. So if you have Intel Media driver and you want to install the other one, just remove the Intel Media driver first. Now to the applications and tools. We have unzip, 7-zip for working with archives, GCC for compilation, as well as VLC for video player. Viber you can download and install, as well as Caprin, which is a replacement of Facebook Messenger. For note-taking apps, if you're on KDE, you can use Notejot. Otherwise, for XFCE, you can use Notes XFCE. Next, if you would like to upgrade your kernel, you can install the latest stable kernel supported, enabling the kernel vanilla stable repository, and then upgrading the kernel. But of course, that's all is optional. For the thermal management, initially you need to install the thermal daemon and then to choose from the three options whether you would like to use the default power profiles daemon, TOP, or auto CPU frequency. So if you choose one, for example, for Ivy Bridge, the best is TOP, so that's how you can install it. And then to configure it a little bit, to set it to performance and restart the daemon. I noticed on this system that has also NVIDIA card that whenever I disable the card from BIOS for the Intel video card, the fans were not running. So you can override this using NVFS Linux package, but be careful because it will override all the others power management tools. Now for the boot speed up, you can disable the network manager. That will wait initially the establishing of network communications before proceeding to the next services on boot up. Then you can disable auto updates by stopping and masking the package-kit service. You can increase the maximum parallel downloads that can be used by the package manager. And if you would like to edit the etc default grub, on those old systems, you can remove the mitigations, which will increase 10 to 15% the overall performance. And for this, you can use the grubby Fedora way to make it proper. Then on the RAM, you can use ZRAM that will try to compress the memory and also offload when it's full some of it to the hard drive. So that's a sample configuration that you can use. If you are on Fedora with KDE, you can disable way more services that are not essential for the functioning of the system, such as, for example, file indexing and others. And last but not least, if you experience difficulties, you can use all those commands to check, for example, the first 100 processes that are running when the system is being started for the first time, as well as information about the hardware acceleration of your card. You can do this with those two commands, va-info and Intel GPU top. From INC, you can grab information about your hardware devices. From the CPU frequency, you can also see statistics about the frequency your processor is running up. And system control list unit type service can give you all the started services. Now here is a nice tip. You can paste all this information into Gemini and ask if there is something else that can be improved on the system. And it might suggest you something peculiar about your system that you can implement. And be careful to make backups, of course, because such changes might destabilize the system. All right, guys, this was on how to bring more life into an older system and make it usable. If you like the information, you can subscribe to the channel for more. Thank you.